Happy Halloween, Marvel fans. It's time to get spooky and talk about some of Marvel's creepiest characters that could join Marvel rivals. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 supernatural, bone-chilling heroes and villains that could bring some seriously Halloween vibes to the game. So grab your candy, settle in, and let's see which characters in Halloween would make Marvel rivals unforgettable. First on the list is Ghost Rider, the spirit of vengeance himself. Whether it's Johnny Blaze or Robbie Reyes or another version of Ghost Rider, this character is perfect for Halloween. Ghost Rider would roll into Marvel rivals with his signature flaming motorcycle, releasing hellfire and chain attacks on everybody in the battlefield. Picture him zooming across the map, leaving burning trails behind his motorcycle, hitting people with his fiery chain and bringing them in for devastating hits. One of the coolest things about Ghost Rider though would be his ultimate ability, the penance stare. In the comics, this ability forces his enemies to relive the pain and suffering that they've caused. Now imagine that in-game, an ultimate ability that causes huge damage depending on how much that player has damaged other enemies in that round. That would be devastating. It would be a high risk, high reward move, but pulling it off would be awesome. His hellfire attacks could also set parts of the battlefield ablaze, causing the enemies to dodge the fire or risk getting burned. With his flaming skull and demonic presence, Ghost Rider would be the perfect character to bring in the Halloween mood to Marvel rivals. Next up is Morbius, the living vampire. This one's a no-brainer for a Halloween event. What's spookier than a vampire swooping through the battlefield draining blood from his enemies? Morbius would bring a fast and agile fighting style to the game, using his wings to fly and swoop through the battlefield. But what makes him more dangerous is his ability to heal himself by siphoning life from others, giving them the upper hand in longer battles. Morbius could have a vampiric curse that weakens their enemies, makes them more vulnerable to his attacks, while boosting his own power. And of course his ultimate move would be a frenzy of attacks, where he taps into full vampire form, gaining a massive speed boost and dealing out loads of damage. Morbius's design with his pale skin and his glowing red eyes and his sharp fangs would look unbelievable in Marvel rivals. He's the perfect fit for a creepy Halloween vibe. Now we're getting into some real dark magic with Mephisto, Marvel's devilish lord of hell. Mephisto would be an amazing addition to Marvel rivals, not just because of his power, but because of his mind games that he plays. Known for his mastery of illusions and manipulations, Mephisto could really throw off his opponents. Imagine casting illusions that confuse enemies into targeting the wrong people or walking into traps, all while Mephisto is casting powerful dark magic from a distance. One of the most interesting abilities he could have is soul manipulation. He could maybe temporarily weaken an opponent by stealing their energy and possibly boosting himself, just like Morbius from before, or even steal a portion of their abilities for a short time. His ultimate move could be reality warp in itself, turning parts of the battlefield into a devilish landscape that disorientates enemies and gives him full advantage. Mephisto's devilish appearance with his red skin, his horns and his menacing grin will make him one of the most visually striking characters to bring into a Halloween event. Straight from the creepy depths of the swamp, Man-Thing would be an amazing addition to Marvel rivals, especially during Halloween. He's a slow, hulkling creature, but what makes him dangerous is his control over fear and the environment. Man-Thing has this ability where anyone who fears him gets burned by his touch, a mechanic that they could easily bring into the game. Imagine a fear meter that builds up longer the enemies are near you, causing them to take more damage the more they're feared of you. And if they max out that fear meter, boom, they get hit with a burning attack that deals massive damage. Man-Thing's abilities would also focus on manipulating the battlefield. I mean, he could summon swamp vines to trap his enemies, create poisonous areas that slow and damage anyone who steps them, and control the terrain to make it harder for enemies to escape. He'd be a tanky character with tons of crowd control, making it perfect for players who love to dominate parts of the battlefield. His swampy, moss-covered design with his glowing red eyes and eerie silence would be a haunting presence to add to the game, making him a fantastic pick for a Halloween themed event. Finally, we've got Jack-o'-lantern, the ultimate Halloween villain. With his pumpkin shaped head and his arsenal of explosive tricks, Jack-o'-lantern would bring a mischievous yet dangerous vibe to Marvel rivals. He's known for using pumpkin bombs, flamethrowers and hoverboards, making him a fast moving, hard to hit character who thrives on causing chaos. He could drop traps around the battlefield, launch pumpkin bombs that deal damage over time, and use his flamethrower for some close range attacks that keep enemies on their toes. Jack-o'-lantern could have an ability where he stuns or disorientates enemies. Maybe his bombs have a fear effect that makes it harder to move or even aim correctly. His ultimate ability could be a massive explosion of pumpkin balls, dealing damage everywhere and even maybe setting parts of the map on fire. Jack-o'-lantern's creepy flaming pumpkin head and his love for chaos could be a perfect fit for Marvel rivals and add some fun and some chaos into the game. So those are my top 5 spooky characters that could join Marvel rivals for a Halloween themed event. So what do you think? Who would you like to see join Marvel rivals at Halloween? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you've liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notification bell so you don't miss anything Marvel rivals. Stay tuned for more videos and live streams where we explore the possibilities that could be coming to Marvel rivals.